Hello, lovelies. You're welcome to yet another interesting class. Take a look at this thing. What shape do you see? If you said a cylinder, you're correct. This is a cylinder. What about this Christmas hat? What do you see? Of course, it's a cone. In this lesson, you'll learn about the area and the volume of cylinders and cones. Let's dive in. So what is a cylinder? A cylinder is a solid of uniform circular cross-section. Examples of objects with cylindrical shapes include a battery, an unsharpened pencil, a candle, and a garden roller. Can you think of some other examples of cylinders? Okay. Did you think of a can of milk, a tin of tomato paste, cooking pots like this? These are all examples of cylinders. Before we go on to discuss the area of a cylinder, let's see some part of a cylinder. The vertical line that divides the cylinder into two halves shows the axis of the cylinder. Distance from the axis to the edge of the circular end face is the radius. The distance between the circular end faces of the cylinder is the height or length of the cylinder. Now, there are two types of cylinders. You have the open cylinder and the closed cylinder. For this lesson, our examples are going to be based on closed-end cylinders. So what is the total surface area of a closed cylinder? Before I define this, I want you to note that total surface area is the same thing as area. For three-dimensional figures, which is also known as 3D figures, like the cylinder, the cone, cuboid, the prism, and so on and so forth, we use total surface area to express the area. This is because 3D figures are formed from a combination of two or more 1D and 2D figures. So, the total surface area of a closed cylinder is the sum of the area of the curved surface, which is 2 pi RL, and the two circular end faces, which is 2 pi r squared. We can mathematically state this as the total surface area of a closed cylinder equal to 2 pi RL plus 2 pi r squared. If you simplify this, you will have 2 pi r times L plus r. Now pause and memorize this formula. Now for your knowledge, note that the total surface area of a one-end closed cylinder is equal to 2 pi RL plus pi r squared. If we simplify this, you will have pi r times 2L plus r. Now, here is an example. Consider this closed cylinder at both ends. If the length is 40 cm and the radius is 7 cm, take pi to be 22 all over 7. What is the total surface area? Remember that the formula for calculating the surface area of a closed cylinder is equal to 2 pi r times L plus r. Substituting the given values, you would have 2 times 22 all over 7 times 14 plus 7. 14 plus 7 is equal to 21. Therefore, you have 2 times 22 all over 7 times 21. 7 can go into 21 to give 3. Hence, you'd have 2 times 22 times 3. 2 times 22 times 3 is equal to 132. Thus, the total surface area of the cylinder is 132 cm squared. Here is another example. Find the total surface area of the closed cylinder whose length is 8.6 cm, diameter is 2.8 cm. Take pi to be 22 all over 7. So if this is the cylinder with height 8.6 cm, notice that you were not given the radius of the cylinder but the diameter, which is 2.8 cm. Here is the solution. The radius can be gotten by dividing the diameter by 2, so that you have radius is equal to diameter all over 2. The diameter is 2.8, hence the radius will be equal to 2.8 divided by 2. 2.8 divided by 2 is 1.4. Therefore, the radius is 1.4 cm. Remember that the formula to find the total surface area of a closed cylinder is 2 pi r times L plus r. Substituting the given values into this formula, you'll have 2 times 22 all over 7 times 1.4 times 8.6 plus 1.4. 8.6 plus 1.4 is equal to 10. So you have 2 times 22 all over 7 times 1.4 times 10. Next, turn 1.4 to fraction. So you have 2 times 22 all over 7 times 14 all over 10 times 10. 10 divided by 10 is 1 and 14 divided by 7 it's 2. Therefore, you will have 2 times 22 times 2. 2 times 22 times 2 is equal to 88. Therefore, the total surface area of the cylinder is 88 cm squared. So, what is a cone? A cone is a figure with circular base and sides slanting to a common point or vertex. Examples include a party hat, an ice cream cone, a traffic cone, and a kitchen funnel. Now take a look at the parts of a cone. This is the slant side. The vertex is the point where the slanted sides meet. The height or length is the distance between the vertex and the center of the circular base. This is the circular base. The distance between the center of the circular base and the edge of the circular cross section is the radius. Note that the angle formed by the height and the radius is 90 degrees. Now, what is the total surface area of a cone? The total surface area of a cone is the sum of the curved surface area, which is pi r L, and the area of the base of the cone, which is pi r squared. We can mathematically state this as the total surface area of a cone is equal to pi r L plus pi r squared. If you simplify this, you would have pi r times L plus r. Now pause and memorize this formula. Okay, here is an example. If a cone is of length 8 cm and radius 6 cm, taking pi as 22 all over 7, what will be the surface area? Remember that the formula for the total surface area of a cone is pi r times L plus r. Substituting the given values, you have 22 all over 7 times 6 times 8 plus 6. 8 plus 6 is equal to 14, so you have 22 all over 7 times 6 times 14. 7 can go into 14 to give 2, thus you have 22 times 6 times 2. 22 times 6 times 2 is 264. Therefore, the total surface area of this cone is 264 cm squared.
Oh.